evening, everyone.
Okay. For everyone who doesn't know me, I have actually been asked to give some background on myself, like why am I interested, why was I interested in doing this. So, not really comfortable in talking about myself, so once again it's written down. So, I'm 7th generation Australian, born in Sydney, raised in New South Wales and Canberra. My initial training was in administration and teaching. In 1964, think about that, most of you probably weren't even here. At the age of 19, I completed a special teacher training course in Rabaul, Papua New Guinea, and the following year I taught for the Catholic Mission in Port Moresby. That was when I met Marcia's mother, Anna Unipinu, and we became lifetime friends. Anna and I swapped languages whenever possible. Another person that was part of that language swapping was Georgia Kalma, who's sitting there with Ikupu many, many years later. I must admit, though, that Anna learned much more English than I learned of her language at that time. I left the mission and worked in admin positions in other areas of the country before returning to Australia at the end of 1966. So back in Australia, I eventually gained employment at the then Canberra College of Advanced Education. While working there, I was given the documents Ikupu mentioned. 6 books of photocopied pages which had been compiled by Father Paulo Coluccia in 1939. And as Ikupu said, they were explained in French for members of the French MSc Order, Missionaries of the Sacred Heart. I was fascinated and decided then that one day I would make that information available for Anna and her family. I carried those documents around for over 40 years until I could learn how to think and speak about describing a language. Eventually, in 1994, my 50th year, I began linguistic studies at the Australian National University in Canberra, graduating in 1999. But after graduation, I worked for some years with Australian Indigenous communities in Queensland and Western Australia, creating dictionaries and teaching materials. When Anna invited me to a party at her place in 2013, I was ready. With Anna and other community elders, we discussed the possibility of turning those early documents into a useful reference for teachers, parents, and others who might be interested in learning about Maeaka, our language. Ikupu has talked about some of the adventures, so I'll add a bit of technical information of the actual nitty-gritty hard work that we did. So there were 2 goals. Number 1, to publish the information in Maeaka and English. And number 2, to transfer skills to a local person so that the technical knowledge will stay in Papua New Guinea after the project is over. Both of those goals have been achieved. The technical bit now. The free database program called Lexic Pro was used to organise the words into alphabetical order. And Ikupu had to learn, he learned a database from day one, when here's how you turn on the computer, here's how you open the database, right? That program also produced the hard copy format that can be seen in the dictionary. We also created images, videos, and lots of audio examples. But of course, video and audio can't be shown in a print dictionary. Well, audio can, but it's very expensive. So, but it will be made available through our deposit with the Endangered Languages Documentation Program that Ikupu mentioned. The link is here. This is our homepage on the internet for that program, elarchive.org, and our deposit key number is 0616. Now the files that went up there, it's about 3 years ago now since they went up there. We have done extra work on the information, so eventually I will be able to refresh those files. So please keep in mind that this dictionary is a window to the past of a vibrant language that is under threat by pressures of modern living. Thank you, Chris, for saying that. There may be words and details that are no longer in use or that have changed or changed their application. We hope that our work will provide a solid launching pad for someone in the future to create a reference of their time. Thank you for coming, everyone, for listening, and all the support we have received from the Cairns community, especially the Cairns High Library, for providing the venue this evening. My highest esteem goes to Ikupu and his family, who have travelled this journey with us, even to bringing their culture into this room tonight. Now, we would actually like to show you a short video of some of our process. We've talked about it, but it quite possibly doesn't really mean much to you, so I thought if we showed you what we did, it's a bit hard to put 7+ years into a very short video, but we tried, okay?